Good morning to all members of ACME Board of Directors. Today, we're diving into a crucial aspect of our business that is safeguarding the security of our infrastructure and customer data. As you know, ACME heavily relies on Amazon Cloud Service for its core operations. Recently, we've identified a potential vulnerability or current identity, credential, access, and key management system may not to be as robust as needed. To illustrate the urgency, I will let you know what happened last week with our one of our value customer, Sarah, that she unintentionally accessed to a sensitive data due to a flaw in our system. Good for us, she could call it us and tell what happened. So this incident highlighted the need to fortify our security measures. So, in response for this wake-up call, our proposed solution is cloud security. This involves adopting advanced measures to protect our digital assets stored in the cloud. Now, let me break down a little bit how this can benefit us and also what that means this solution. So, um, what I want to propose is an initiative divided in five different steps or initiatives. So the first one is the multi-factor authentication. Second, the role-based access control. Third, the secure credential storage, regular credential audits, and user training and awareness. So for the multi-factor authentication, and where what we want is the user will need to provide multiple forms of verification for added security. For instance, imagine logging into your account, ACME account, in addition to entering, for example, your password. The idea is you might to receive a verification code in your mobile device that you will need to input, ensuring that only authorized individuals can access sensitive information. Then the role-based access control that assign specific permissions based on job roles to limit access to necessary resources. As an example, consider an ACME sales representative, for example, with role-based access control. They will only have access to customer data and sales-related resources, for example. So in this way, we can minimize the risk of authorized access to financial records or confidential research or even development documents that we don't want them to have access. Respect of secure credential storage. Use encrypted password vaults for secure storage, preventing an unauthorized access, even in case of a breach. Picture a secure digital vault where all user passwords are stored. Even if a hacker gains access to the vault, the encrypted password will be practically unreadable. That is the idea. So in this way, we can add in an extra layer of defense against unauthorized entry. So then the regular credential audit, the idea is that we can periodically review and revoke unnecessary access to maintain the principle of less privilege. Imagine that ACME conduct a routine audit and identify an employee who no longer require access to certain confidential files. So through regular audit, we can promptly revoke their access, ensuring that only those who need specific information have access to it. Also, not for, because it's the last is less important, but it's really urgent to make a help and make user training and awareness. So educate users on create strong passwords and recognizing phishing attempt is crucial. Educate. So, for instance, we can provide interactive trainings session where employees learn to create complex passwords on how to identify and avoid phishing emails. This can empower them to be active participants and in our security efforts. So for us, as a benefit as for the company, the first is of course enhanced security posture. So it acts as a robust defense mechanism against unauthorized access attempts to potential security breaches. Also reduce risk of insider threats. So with regular audits and the principle of less privilege help identify and mitigate insider threats by maintaining strict controls over user access. So also operational efficient because with secure storage and efficient retrieve of credential, employees spend less time managing access credential and more time focusing in their core responsibility, for example. Also compliance adherence, because adherence to introduce is specific and regulatory compliance standards. This not only protects the organization from legal consequence, but also enhance its reputation as a truly trustworthy and responsible entity. So for our customers, uh, of course, the data security and privacy is the big thing. So their sensitive information is it will be better protected against unauthorized access. Also, we can reduce risk of unauthorized access. So customer all the customer data of client it will be safeguarded from potential malicious activities. Also, we can improve the trust and confidence because we will develop a higher level of trust with them, so we can maintain a strong and long-lasting customer relationship, and of course also ensure the compliant insurance. So that means that the data is handled in according with the highest security standard of the market. So, which challenge and consideration we may have related with this whole initiative? Of course, one is the transition challenge. Challenge. Implement cloud security involves integrating new protocols and system to the company, which may causes cause temporary disruption to our regular operation, and team members might experience a learning curve as they adapt to the new security measures. Also, training requirements to ensure a smooth transition. Additional training may be required for our team members. This training will equip them with the necessary skill and knowledge to effectively navigate and utilize the enhanced security features. Also, we need to consider initial investment and maintenance cost. Because ongoing maintenance costs include regular updated security patches and possible subscription fees for certain service that we need to keep in mind. And also, and not less important, keep ensuring the our financial resource, always maintain the balance between what we need in the security department, but also with the budgets that we can use it, because of course resources are limited. So yeah, what is my conclusion and recommendation is, of course, going with all these initiatives, but gradually implementation, also with a properly planning in where all the team members related with all the members related for the different teams, we can be involved in this planning for implementing, a continuous monitoring, of course, to what is happening with our access and our data, and of course outdated, to stay ahead of emerging threats. So thank you for your time. The security of our infrastructure and customer data is paramount. And with the implementation of cloud security, we can take a really significant step toward ensuring the continued success and trust in ACME.